Bill Hermann with the Entertainment Experience, and a lot of you have heard the words leaders are readers and readers are leaders. Well, I've read quite a few books in my life, and some people have asked me about some of my favorites, and I'm not going to have time to tell you every one of them, but I'm going to use this 4 minutes to tell you a little bit, at least give you a list of the books that I have read over the years that I think might have make a difference for you. First of all, I'm an actor, so of course I read this one right here. This is Stanislavski and a Actor Prepares. If you ever wanted to look into acting, this is a book that'll make a great big bunch of difference for you. Also, let's see, get into marketing. This is a really good marketing book here called The 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing with Al Rees and Jack Trout. This is a great book. You might want to look into it as well. I like this one quite a lot. Another one that I like very much by Steve Zaffron and Dave Logan, The 3 Laws of Performance. Another great performance book, and it talks really specifically about how you can make a difference in your performance as a person, and which will also make that a big difference within what you do as a businessman and as a DJ as well. Malcolm Gladwell has written quite a few great books. This is one of my favorites. It's called The Tipping Point. You should check that out as well. When we look into the DJ industry, of course, this is my favorite, one of my favorite ones here. This is Mike Bonacorso's A Different Spin. If you don't have a copy of that, be sure to go out and get that as well. Of course, there's Larry Williams, one of my friends and speakers, Larry Williams, and Mind Your Own Business. This is his 2nd edition. I don't know how many editions he's had, but you might want to check out that one as well. Let's see here. My friend Mike Walter, this is one of the first things he ever did. I don't know if you have this, but if you get a chance to reach out to Mike and get it, this is a book that I read that made a pretty big difference in my life. The 10 Things You Can Do to Have a Better Day. Thank you, Mike, for that. I still have it and still look at it on a regular basis. There's also Mitch Taylor. Mitch Taylor wrote a great book called Sales for Event Pros. You have a copy yet? You don't have a copy? Look out to Mitch Taylor. Mitch Taylor's a good friend of mine that lives up in Escanaba, Michigan. And he's a small town guy who makes a big deal, makes what he's doing a big deal up there and gets paid really very well. Marcello Pedalino. I don't know Marcello as well as I'd like to. It's a guy that I know. I like him. He and I never became like super great friends, but that's a pretty good book, and you should get it. I've read it, and it's making a difference in my life right now. Let's see, what else can I tell you? If you've never read The Superman Syndrome, this is a book by Gene Landrum. The book is about how you are, what you believe in. It's a great book. I've read it a couple of times. I like it a lot. When it comes to being a voice actor and a person in the world of voice acting, The Word of Mouth is another book that I've read a lot of. Read this several times. There's several great things in it as well. You're a DJ, aren't you? Well, don't you have this? Billboard comes out with this on a regular basis every few years, and this is my 4th edition of the revised and enlarged Joel Whitburn Top 40 Hits. If you don't have that, you should get it. Also, let's see, what else have I told you about? There's also the Green Book. Do you have the Green Book? You should have the Green Book. Songs by Subject, Thematic Guide to Popular Music by Jeff Green. This is not an inexpensive book, but it is a great book for when you're trying to do theme things. And you need to come up with those ideas and your brain's not working, it works real well for you. And then, of course, there's always Dr. Seuss. Oh, say, can you say? Or I use this a lot for tongue twisters when I try to get my voice the way it's supposed to be. These are just some of the books that have made a really big difference in my life. Tell me a little bit about the books that have made a difference in your life. Write it down in the things below, and tell me what you think of my choices. If you've read any of them, or or after you hear this, if you read them, I'd like to know what you think. You can email me, bill@billherman.com. You can go to my website, which is entertainment-experience.com, which is about the workshop, if you want to know more about the workshop. And of course, share the podcast and tell all your friends, and then I'll see you next week, next Thursday, on Creative License. I'm Bill Hermann. Bye.